Hello everybody. Today I am going to make something beautiful. I feel like I'm actually learning a lot, and I have made a few pots that have turned out super cool. So I've been so proud of myself. Anyway, we're going to cut up some clay. I'm going to wedge it, and for anyone that doesn't know, wedging the clay basically means almost like kneading it like some bread. That's how I like to look at it. And this clay is pretty cheap. So if you're wondering about clay and what it actually costs, this clay is like for 10 kilos, only $22. So I think that's pretty good. And, you know, I don't feel like pottery's super expensive unless you're looking at, you know, like buying a kiln and things like that. But what you can actually do is you can literally knead it all, which that's what I'm doing at the moment. And then once you do it, which it's called wedging. I know other pottery buffs will say to me, it's called wedging, which I know. I'm just probably calling it the wrong thing. But, you know, I'm no super expert here. I'm not going to pretend I am. And usually what you'll do if you want to get the same thing is you want to weigh each piece. But I'm not going to do that because I'm still learning. And if my clay or my product that I'm trying to make doesn't turn out good, it doesn't matter for me, because then basically I'll just recycle it and I can reuse it again. That's the thing that I like about clay the most, is that you know, something doesn't work, you just throw it in the recycling bucket and then we can reuse it. To me, that's a pretty good thing. And then I do have a bucket to the side, and the bucket that I've actually got to the side, I've got like a little wet towel in it, and then once I wedge this, I pop it in there. So now there are special cloths for wedging, but I actually bought this, which is just like a placemat, and I actually thought it was pretty good. It was similar to the same things. So now I'm still learning, but I'm kind of doing like the ram's head one, which is like pushing it out and then kind of in at the front. And I do feel like it is working. I have actually, and what you can do is if you cut the clay in half and you can see like little pinholes and things, you know it's not wedged very well. And another thing you could do is literally wedge the whole lot in one go. But I kind of feel like I'm not really strong enough to do that. I mean, maybe I am, but anyway, so I'm going to do it this way. Now, so here I'll show you. So this is my little bucket, and I know has little bits of plastic in that I just recycle. So in it, I've just got a wet towel in here, like a wet sort of face washer. And then here's my clay that I rolled into 500 gram kind of ones. So once I've made them, I'm going to just roll them up, which that's what I'm doing with this one. And then I'm going to put it in there, and then I can just keep playing all day. I can be on the wheel and do 30 of them if I want. I did hear the other day a girl said in it that I was watching the Great Pottery Throwdown. I've been watching the series of it, and I'm up to series 4. Series 4, episode, I don't know, maybe 8 or something. Which I really do. I'm really enjoying it, and I feel like I've learnt a lot. But one of the girls that was in it earlier on, she was actually saying, you know, you have to really throw on the wheel at least 100 times to sort of start to get the hang of it and be good. I agree with that 100%. I do really think that that's true. So, and I'm going to say I reckon I have thrown on the wheel maybe 60 times. And out of it, I'll tell you, I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I've literally only got like 12 pots out of 60 odd times on the wheel. So that goes to show you how many times we have to practice. So I've got some pieces that are bigger, some that are smaller, and I'm just literally going to play around and see. I mean, I don't feel like I'm good enough really to make something big, but you know what? What's the worst thing? I've got to throw it back in the pot, and then we'll try again. So anyway, it doesn't matter, does it? So, you know, it's all practice. So I'm just, you know, and then, you know, you just want to pat it. This is a really nice soft clay as well. So this is a mid-fire I'm using. It's from a company called Walker's, so it's mid-fire from Walker's. And I also bought, which I haven't used it yet because I'm too scared to use it. The one that cost me double the amount is from, I think it's called Keen's, and it's like has a beautiful speckle. I really want to use it, but I want to be better before. So I'm working on this cheaper one, which like I said is like $22.95 or something like that. And then once I get really good at it, then we will move on to the next. And I kind of feel like I get some of the techniques, but anyway, so let me wedge all this and then we will come back and then we're going to make something beautiful. All right, I have my big clay. Let's try. This is the biggest piece I've ever thrown. It's probably, I'm going to say 700 grams roughly. That's what I'm thinking it is. Oops. But I actually have to plug in the PowerPoint. Let's turn on this darling machine and put the speed up. I'm using the maximum speed at the top of this at the moment. I did see somebody say about doing that when you're starting at the bottom. I feel like my chair is not in the right position, but we are slowly doing this. I'm still learning to do this, and I know it's not centered, it's wobbling, but that's okay. We can go up and down a few times. Let's just go back up. And I always feel like my hands kind of like, see, it's come straight off the wheel. Let's just start, doesn't matter. It's learning curve, my loves. I don't have any, what's the word? I don't think that I'm going to be able to do this today, if I'm really honest. But, I thought, look, I'm just going to try. I've been watching a great pottery throwdown, and I know those potters are way better than me because I'm new at this. And they've had a long time to practice. But, I was listening to one of them on there, and they're like, just practice, practice. So that's what we're up to today, isn't it? I really want to be able to make a big bowl, like a fruit bowl or something fun. Something that I feel like I'll use a lot. And for me, if I bugger this up, well, what does it really matter? I mean, at the end of the day, and this is really not centered properly yet. So, and look, can you see how it's like wobbling in my hand? So that means it needs to go up a bit. But I feel like I'm getting the pattern good, like trying. So maybe I need to practice a few times, but that's okay. We're going to do that. I'm actually surprised how much water we need. And see, at the moment, the clay is controlling me because I'm not very experienced. Anyway. And I feel like you have to, like, kind of get the centering bit really good on even small ones before you. But, look, I'm one of these people that I always want to do it before I can do it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Like I said, it's like, it's practice. And can you see how wobbly it is? That means it's no good. Sing to myself. My daddy would think that was funny. He always thought I was a little bit of a sparrow, he used to call me, He used to say I eat like a sparrow and sing like one. The sparrows sing all the time. So, anyway, this is kind of feeling a little bit better, centre-wise. So there you go. We're not dancing around so much anymore. Now that I said that, I probably, made it bad for myself, didn't I, saying that? Well, that looks all right, doesn't it, friends? So now, I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. Everything I've watched says turn it down, and I feel like this is the bit I'm not good at. Because I reckon if you make a mistake with this and it's not centered, then you've got a world of problems. And I feel like that's me. I feel like I get too excited to try and, center this, and I want to get going, and so then I bugger it up. But, gotta learn somewhere, my loves. It's kind of working, and I'm going to compress the middle. I do know that from watching all these shows. Oh, look, I have watched so many hours of the Great Pottery Throwdown. I'm binge watching it on binge. So, kind of makes sense, doesn't it, on binge? To binge watch, so to speak. Now, where's my little cloth? Oh, every time I get so anxious, every time I think, I'm going to pull up the wall, and then I go, oh no. So now we're just going to put the speed down, because everything I've watched says put it down to, like, if you've got the machine I'm using, this machine is a Viva, I think. Although it would help if I had it going the right way, wouldn't it? Does not matter. Yeah, this is a Viva. I think my family got this for me from Catch of the Day. I think that's where they got it. So it's roughly, I'm going to say maybe $300 or something. Maybe with freight, maybe $350. But anyway, it's a great starting wheel, I think, anyhow. So now we're just going to... Oh, look, I'm just going to practice, because this is the bit that I know that I'm not good at. I'm not good at getting the wheels up, but the wheels up, the side up, gosh, I'm so crazy. It's kind of looking okay. Oh, that's the famous last words of me. Kind of looking okay. And my hands are not, like, it's not liquidy enough on the inside, so I'm just going to add some more. And yeah, but anyway, I don't think I've done too bad so far learning, but I just knocked it then, and I feel like now it's off center, so that's a bit sad, isn't it? And I notice I do that. But anyway, look how fancy it's looking. This is the thing too, when I first started, I literally could not even get the walls to look half decent. And now I feel like I'm actually doing it. I feel so proud of myself. I never thought I could ever do anything like this. Even my husband said to me, because you're doing really good. So he's a bit of a darling. He's always very supportive. Oh, so now it's looking a bit wobbly, isn't it? I might have to try and save it. Oh, no. Oh, so excited. On to the next piece. Oh, that's so sad. I ruined it. Oh, well. It is what it is. We can recycle it, can't we? And that's the thing too. On this channel, what I wanted to do, I wanted to show people, like, not just a beautiful piece of pottery. I wanted to show people, like, what it's like at the start. Like, it is stressful, and it is like you make it and then you think, oh no, because I mean, seriously, people that have been doing it for years, they make it look so easy, but it really is not. It's actually quite difficult. As you've seen, it was looking so good, and then I just must have knocked it or kinked it a tiny bit, and then anyway, and then a little disaster struck. So let's clean the wheel first, and we will start again. This is what I do pretty much every day. Every day I come in here, I practice. I haven't done a course or anything. for the wheel. Like I did do ceramics for a number of years before, and I try and like get that off, and then I will recycle lots of this later. Anyway, we've done that bit, haven't we? Let's just dry my hands a little bit, because there's no good putting a new piece on and my hands are already wet, it won't hold. So let's go. Number 2 piece. So obviously I'm just going to turn that off so I can put the piece on. Let's just, that wasn't very centered, was it? But anyway, and I did watch another person that did this to the edge first. Don't know if that's a good idea, but anyway, everything's a bit a learning curve, isn't it? And one of the ladies where I actually get this from at Walker's, she actually said, rather than using water, try and use some slip from in here. She said that sometimes can help. I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll try that. You can see it's wobbly. It's not centered or anything. So we will go back up again. And I feel like I've seen this before. I can't remember what they said, but sometimes it spirals. It's something I'm doing wrong. I don't remember what the reason for the spiral was. I really don't remember that. But because my hands are dry, it's not centering well. But then I heard you can just bring it back in, so we're just going to keep trying. I hope you enjoy watching these videos of me just doing this. I know lots of people from my other channel, Nelson Sopery, have watched a few of my videos. So thank you, my lovelies, on here. I know you guys support me amazingly on Nelson Sopery. And this is not, I don't make money out of doing this. You know, this is just fun. For me, it's just a bit of fun anyway. So that is the center. Let's just try and get it looking beautiful. Let's just try and pull it out a bit. I do like this bit, even though I don't feel like I'm very good at it. So I'm happy to take tips if anyone else has a tip on something I'm doing wrong. And I know that it's going pretty fast, and we're going to change that, my loves, because I know that that's something you have to do. All right. Let's pray to the pottery gods, my loves. Let's hopefully... I feel too like sometimes I get too eager to pull the walls up, and that's when I make a mistake. I really do feel that that's what I've done. And like, it's not, I don't have enough water, and I'm worried I'm putting too much water on. See, like, I feel like I kind of recovered that a little bit. I did learn this watching The Great Throwdown. So, not that I'm anywhere near their level, but I like to learn things. We all learn things at different rates. I've ruined a lot of my clothes as well. And I know that I keep the bottom a bit too thick sometimes. But my main thing for me is trying to learn to pull up the walls. Like, you can see it's wonky donkey now. So I have to stop and try and fix it. See, it's going to flop again because I've made the bottom. Can you see that? I was like, come on. Oh no, it's not looking good today, loves. But as I said, you know, one of the ladies did say, You need to throw on the wheel at least 100 times. And, you know, I was actually reading the other day, it was like on some sort of pottery blog, I can't remember what it was, maybe Reddit or one of them, and this person said, how hard really is it to make pottery? I've seen it, that happens so fast. Clearly that person hasn't made pottery, so, because believe me, I've tried so hard, and I still haven't really got to something I think is worthy. That's worthy for me. I mean, there's some things that I'm happy to use, but I don't know whether I'd say it's good. Maybe it is. I mean, I bought things that are worse than what I've made, so because I always support small business. Just going to dry that little bit off in the middle so that we can start again. All right, third time lucky. I'm going to try this, and then if this doesn't work, I'll cry and take a break. So, not really, but you know what I mean. Let's go, my loves. I'll change the speed to 275 on this. It goes to 310. That's the most it goes to. I don't know what's normal on an expensive wheel, but that's what it is on this one. And you press with there from what I've seen. But if I'm doing it wrong, I'm more than happy for somebody to tell me, give me tips. I'm very happy to learn new tips. And I just try all different things I've seen. I've seen people hold the sponge so that way you can kind of just press it as you're going. And now, because my hands had a bit of a sticky bit on them, it's not very centered. Anyway, let's go with this. We're going to try. This is only a learning curve, isn't it? And I pushed that wrong, so there wasn't enough water. And that's the thing too, if there's not enough water, then already at the start, the sides are uneven, so then it's going to be a fail. Can you see it wobbling already? I can. But then I've watched some people that have said you can come back from here, so we're going to see. Okay, let's just see if we can rein it in. You see how it's like wobbly dobbly? It's not good, is it? Anyway, let's put it down. We'll try 150 this time. And as I said, I do know that the sides are not even, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be not good, because we're not centered properly. And if you're not centered, you can't make anything good. Because it means the top's not going to be even in either of the sides. Anyway, I feel like there's some things I'm doing good. I'm learning to pull up the walls. That's more important to me than anything else at the moment, just to see what I'm capable of doing. And see, it's not good because it's not centered. Anyway, I might have to give up and have a coffee and come back. You know, when I started, I was doing it on this side and I felt like I was really good, and then I had to go back because then I found out that you kind of meant to go on this side, and I was like, all right, we'll try this way again. And now can you see how it's like, let me stop, because I didn't center it. See, it's like weird on one side. Anyway, I'm going to have a coffee. We're going to come back. So we will stop the filming, but I will film again, and hopefully we can learn together. Maybe when I come back, we'll see if we're just going to have some music on, see what I've done. Honestly, I have used I think 10 kilos of clay, and all I've got is 2 pieces out of it because I wasn't happy with the others. So we might just clean this table up, clean the pots, and then we'll come back. I mean, even the fact that I'm able to do this, I thought I was pretty clever. So, yeah, it's funny. Very funny, isn't it? Learning something is always tricky, but you're never too old to learn. All right, loves, let's turn this off. We will come back. After making so many things today, I finally made something I love. I mean, I'm really happy with this. I feel like the bottom is nice and even, it's not too thick, and the rims turned out really cute. So this can be a bowl for my little dog Pinky. I just love it. So now we have to come up with a design once it gets fired. But anyway, so I think I have thrown about 12 different pots today. None of them have worked but this one, so that's all the art of learning, isn't it? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the videos, my loves, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.